yes, it's Pivya, and welcome back to another tutorial on the TwinPlayz channel. In this tutorial, we're going to be talking about how to make a name tag UI. This is actually going to be the first tutorial where I actually just do it from scratch with you guys, because I've been doing this for a while now, and I thought, we might as well do that. So there actually are no models in this tutorial, but if you can hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, it means so much to me. We're getting close to 100,000, and I just want to hit that goal, but this is going to be a simple tutorial, so if you're new to scripting, new to everything like that, I'm going to teach you how to do this. Very simple to do. But yeah, so you're going to go onto your Roblox studio. Now, there are, links in the description if you want to join Discord, but also check out the other videos, because the other videos are going to talk about how to make, special name tags. So if you want to make one with levels and minutes and all this kind of crazy stuff, we can kind of go into that. But going into this, so right off the bat, you want to make a name tag UI. You want something that just goes above the player head, and it's super, super simple to do. So we have the part right here. So you're just going to insert a part. Once you insert your part, you're going to actually go into here, and you're going to call it Billboard GUI. In the Billboard GUI, you're going to add a, let's just say a text label. Let's do 2 text labels, actually. We're going to do 2 text labels. Now, as you can tell, it's right there. So offset. So you want to have an offset with this. So studs offset. We're going to go to the Y value. We're going to go 1. Okay. We're actually, let's go like 3 maybe. 3 is going to work. Kinda. Actually, you know what? It's probably easier if you do this. I'm just going to import an avatar real quick and just show you guys, because honestly, this works best. So inside the rig, I'm actually going to put this Billboard GUI inside the head. So we're going to be doing it player to the head. Actually, you know what? We're going to do the humanoid root part. Humanoid root part we normally do just because if there are animations and other reasons, we don't want to worry about that. So put it inside the humanoid root part. And then as you can tell, it's in my hair, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to get rid of this name thing right here. Just space that out. So inside of here, we're actually going to do a stud offset. We're going to go, let's go like 5 maybe. No, not 5. We're going to go 4. 4 works. Okay, that's perfect. Now, when it comes to always on top, I don't recommend keeping that on, because that means it'll go through things. You don't want that. So keep that off. And then max distance, I would recommend going like 100 maybe. So let's see. No, I'd recommend like 50. That's probably better. So right here, when you get closer to the player, it's up to you guys, like I said. And you can kind of mess around with this. So active, always on top, extend offset, light influence, blah, blah, blah. And then stud offset, and then all that kind of stuff. You don't need to worry about that. Text label, though, this was getting bigger as we were going. So we'll kind of look into that in a second. But yeah, so background transparency. We're going to actually, we want to make 2 of them. Sorry, I totally forgot to do that. And size, that's the other thing we're going to want to do. So this is, let's say 500. Okay, so you can kind of see the billboard right here. So 200 is probably good, you guys. So let's keep it at 200. But we're going to do this to 100. Okay, that's perfect. Oh, yeah, 100 is perfect. So then this one, we can go text label. We'll move it to position-wise. We'll go, I think it's, wait, am I doing this wrong? Let's see. Yeah, -1 maybe, or X and Y. X value. Let me just double check what I'm doing. Yeah, that's the left, right. 0.1. Nope, wrong one. It's this one. 0.1. Yeah, that goes down. Okay, so 0.5, right? Yeah, 0.5. Okay. As you can tell, we have it right here. So, yeah, so that's going to go just like that. We do this. So now we have the 2 labels. We can actually just name this one. Let's go player name on this one. Player name for the label. Background transparency, we're going to turn all the way off unless you want a background. I recommend just turning it off so it looks better. Scaled, I like to use Fredoka 1. I mean, that's for the name. It's up to you guys. Like I said, this is like more configuration on your side. You can kind of mess around with this and, make it look as good as you want. A lot of people mess around and, just kind of configure it to your liking. Let's say we want to make it more, we'll just make it more, modern, I guess we'll say. So we're going to turn this one off, and then we're going to call this one, I don't know. You could do anything. You could do like, maybe we'll just do group rank. So you guys can do group rank and kind of get that. But when it comes to this and building a billboard GUI, as you can tell, we have these two labels. Now the thing is, what do you want to put in yours? Do you want a rank? Do you want your name? Do you want what do you want is what you need to figure out. So figure that out first, and then kind of go to the configuring and stuff, and just worry about the size and making sure everything fits. And that's all you need to really worry about. But yeah, so then once it comes to, size and everything, so basically, as you can tell, it's getting bigger as we go out. So we'll have to fix that. But yeah, so when it comes to this, no, Dorney, we can just do humanoid rear part. It's the best way to do that. If we were to do a surface GUI, which I was kind of mentioning just a bit ago, surface GUI would be pulling on the person. So that's why we do billboard GUI, and that comes to that point. But yeah, so group rank, I'm just going to actually, keep the scale not down, and we're just going to go like this, so it's not scaled. And then I'm going to go I'll just go whatever I can do anything here. So if you want to test it and look what it'll be like, so I'm going to say my name is TwinPlayz dev, and then group rank is, owner. And then there's the colors and everything. You can actually add a UI gradient if you'd like. That's up to you. The gradients would be helpful if you want to, do some special stuff and go about that. You'd have to change this though. And then also if you want, you can do a stroke. UI stroke is very nice. I recommend that if you want to, be creative with your things. So feel free to mess around with that. Now, another thing though to keep note. So see how the player name's right there, group rank. If we want to make it look a little better, it's just not in the right spot. I'm going to go just a little higher. So I kind of want it to look like it's almost just right under my name. So 3.5 is about right. And now it's right under my name, so I don't need to worry about that. Yeah, I don't know why. I always forget why this goes and just keeps going out wise. Normally it doesn't go in size that way. Oh yeah, max. I think it's max size or something. Oh yeah, offset. I think it's... No, that is not what it is. Size offset. Either way. Okay, we'll go into this in a second here. But yeah, so normally it's just the player name tag and everything like that. So once you kind of configure this how you like it, we're going to hop into the scripts portion. But normally you just kind of grab this GUI, and I recommend putting it in replicated storage. Maybe you have a folder, let's say, and you call it assets. So we can just put that under here. And then, yeah, then you have the server script service. This is where we'll be putting the thing. So we'll call this an overhead script, or let's just call it name tags, maybe like that. And then, yeah, right here, of course, you have your player. And this is the best way to just go in here and see oh, what works. And when I say, humanoid rear part and everything like that, it's nice to just look at everything like that. But yeah, so I mean, this is kind of the whole point of this, and size and all that kind of stuff. So you don't need to really worry about the rest of that. Okay, but we're actually gonna just touch this up just a little bit. So in the billboard UI, and actually name this name tag GUI, name tag UI. That works great. 0 on the light influence, and then I'm gonna actually just go into this one more time. Sorry guys, we're gonna mess with this just a bit. Size wise, I actually recommend that we go like this. So we're gonna go and we're gonna do 3, and then we're gonna do 1. This is probably the better way of doing this. Now it's gonna be a little different when it comes to these things. So see, now when we do 3 and 1, that's why there was that issue with the sizing. So now it's staying that size. Okay, stud offset in the world is gonna be 4. Sorry, I was just wanting to double check on these things. And then, yeah, this part, you're going to have to, as well, this is the same thing we were doing, position and size. So, when it comes to those aspects, the position, the size is going to be the opposite of basically what we were doing. So, same thing once again. It's going to be, I don't know, honestly, it's probably best, maybe we just go, I'll just follow what I had right here. So, 1, and then, you can go point, let's go 1.5. Yeah, so something like that. And then we'll go here. Same thing again. Sorry, guys. This is better if we do that. 1 and then 0.15. Okay, so now you see we have the certain size right here. And then the group name and group player. But group rank is, I think it's being scaled, right? Oh, yeah. So scale is what you want to keep it on. Once again, that was a little wrong. And then as you can tell, this is a little high. So we're going to go actually down to... Yeah, 3. No. Let's go 3 maybe. That's better. Okay, so group naked name. Oh, sorry, name. You can actually go and make that bigger. We're gonna go 0.4. Yeah, there we go. That's better. This I'll go and do 0.2, and then I'm actually gonna put that position down just a little back down to 4. Okay, so now it looks much better. So now it's actually, you know, you can look out and in, and then I actually just wanted to add one more thing because maybe you guys do want to add this, but we're gonna go VIP right here. And position-wise, I'm going to put it... Oh, wait, no, that's player name. I'm going to do group rank, sorry. And then I'm going to actually go position-wise, 0.4. We're going to go and do... So it's, if you go 0, right? So maybe we go negative, and we do 0.2. Okay, now that's where you do have to... that's where you do have to just extend the billboard UI. So size-wise, I think 1.5, right? Yeah, that makes it a little bigger. But then you're going to have to... change some of the things. So actually we'll just go down to, let's go below the thing we did. So oh my gosh, duplicate this one more time, sorry guys, and then we're gonna go 0.5 or 0.6, I guess, right there. Okay, that works. And then yeah, VIP wise, you know, we can go right here, we can make it like orange, UI stroke, and then we can, you know, do whatever you want to do here. So like for Doka 1, and then I'm going to name this, oh yeah, we're going to go right here. I'm going to go like this. So VIP, and remember guys, you can change this at any time in the script, so you don't need to really worry about that. Size on this though, I think let's make it for Doka as well, just to, you know, make it bold. Maybe UI stroke is, oh, let's do one more stroke in here. So kind of, you know, configuring this, making it look good. And then, yeah, honestly, TwinPlayz dev, I'm going to make this as well, just... I think let's go for Doka with this one as well, and then this one I can go with a white text, and then go with a let's just go like a little bit of a grayish. I would go black. All right, so that looks better. That looks much better. Okay, so name tag UI. Put this in replicate storage. You can actually put it in server script, whatever you want, and we're gonna call local. We're gonna call replicate storage. So you know, rep storage equals game get service, and then replicate storage. And then we're going to do local marketplace. Let's go MPS, sorry, equals game, and then get service, marketplace service. So you can do a few things, okay? So like local game pass equals, let's just say, blah, 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 blah. No, it doesn't matter. And then after you do this, we're going to go into the functions of this. So, you know, just feel free to just bear with me right here, okay? I'm gonna actually bring up another thing in here so we can look into this. But one more thing as well. Sorry, yeah, local player service. God, you can even just do PS, whatever's easier for you guys. Game get service, player service. This is where we're gonna get the players. So once we get the players, then we can go into you know, everything. Now we actually want to call the overhead. So local overhead equals, let's just go replicate storage and then wait for child, and then we'll go assets, and we'll go dot name tag UI, and I'll actually call this name tag. Sorry, let's do that. Okay, so we're gonna make a function. We're gonna do players, so PS, I guess you can say, dot player added, and we're gonna connect, and then we're gonna do player joined. So when it comes to this is where we're gonna make a local function, and we're gonna go player joined. And this is where we make our local function player joined. So let's call this, you can do joiner, you can just do player, whatever's easier for you guys. And when we go into this is where we're going to do another, you know, it's up to you if you want to do this. You don't really have to do this, but we're just going to do it. So just in case. And then we're going to make a pcall function. This is something that, you know, you can just use in double check if you want. It's not really very much required, but that's up to you. So player, and then we're gonna get wait for ready. This is another thing you can worry about later. But you know, this actually, oh, that's funny. You can even ask what it does, which is kind of funny. But we're gonna go into that in a second here. So that's funny. What is it? All right. Yeah. So oh, what the. I haven't even seen AI assistant right here. Yeah, player joined, and then so leaning and trending code. All right, let's not worry about that. So local data folder. So it depends what you want to do. I mean, you can kind of mess around with this. But we're gonna make a new instance, and we're gonna do .new, and we're gonna go folder, and we're gonna go and then do the player. Okay, so we're gonna set a folder to the player. Now this is kind of a later thing because there's a lot of ways you can add values and things. This is a very more like, I guess, advanced version of doing this. And then yeah, rank. Let's go, yeah, rank name value. We can do that because this is going to be doing a new and then string value, comma, data folder. So now we're putting their rank name value in the data folder. Now, you don't have to do this, like I'm saying. This is just because if you want to later in your game have like other people and like, I mean, other information, so you don't just have to keep calling it. You could actually just access it just by doing this. But yeah, so rank name value dot, and then we'll just go dot name equals rank. So the string value is it's just gonna be called rank, and then we're gonna set their value to we're gonna go, yeah, player, and then get role in group, just like this. And then actually, if we were to do this, we'd go local group ID equals blah 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 blah, and then you just go right here and you go group ID. So that's another thing. Now, this is where we're going to do another function of spawn. This is a very, like, kind of a different thing. So this is going to just double check that the character is in the game as well. So, you know, it's up to you guys. But like I said, there's different ways of doing this. So we're just grabbing the player character, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, so basically player added, player joined, we get the player, and then right here we have the player character. Now, when it comes to this, we want to do a few things. So local function, create name tag, and then we're gonna go to player, and we'll go like that, okay? So in here, this is where, and don't worry about that value right now. I know it's erroring out, but we'll fix that. But in here, so we're gonna have a few things. So after we have this local function, we're gonna do let's go create name tag, and then we're gonna go player dot character. Sorry, player dot character. Wait, oh my gosh, and then yeah, wait for child. Go. Let's go humanoid root part. Okay, so this is where we do the humanoid root part. And then in here, so if player, then, so we're gonna check for the player. We're gonna do player.character add create. Let's do connect. Yeah, let's just do the function right here. And we're gonna go char. That works. Just a character. And then we're gonna do create name tag char. Wait for child humanoid part. So this is where we have this little part right here. I don't know until. What did I do here? Oh yeah, until. That's why. Sorry guys. Until. Okay, so in here, this is where we're gonna create the name tag. We're gonna actually do the function for this, which we'll talk about. Oh, that's why there's that until. I was a little confused what was going on there. And yeah, always just kind of look at your code and make sure that this stuff doesn't look off to you. But yeah, so in the name tag thing, so this is kind of where we grab everything. So player dot character, and then we're gonna do wait for child. Okay, one more time, humanoid. And then we're gonna do dot display distance type equals enum dot humanoid display distance type, and then that's where you're gonna go and you're gonna just type. Oh, I don't know why I can't see it. You go to none. Okay, so that's what that's doing. Is right here. You see how there's that name? Okay, I'm gonna close this. Right here. So let's say it's TwinPlayz. Okay, just like that. That humanoid right here normally displays the name, and then this is setting that distance type to none. So that makes it so we can't see their player name. So once we go into that, then you can close this off. No need to worry. I'll just go right here and do that so we can see what's going on right here. This is where we're going to make a new name tag. So we're going to go and make a name tag, and we are going to do a few things. Okay. So we're going to do, let's just call a new one. So we'll go no, local new tag equals name tag clone. Okay, so we're cloning it every time we run this function. So we're cloning this one right here. And in here, we're going to go new tag dot parent equals to player. So that's going to be setting it to the humanoid root part. Once it sets the humanoid root part, we're going to go and we're going to do new tag dot player name equals then you just go player name dot text. Don't forget the text equals player dot no, what am I? Yeah, rank name. Oh yeah, joiner. Oopsies. Yeah, no, player dot name. Okay, sorry, we're doing that right. And then of course new tag dot what's that? Group rank dot text equals rank name, and then you just do dot value. Okay. Now, that's going to basically settle it for the player name and the group rank, but we want to add the game pass. So if you're VIP, what you're going to do is we're going to do if, and then MPS, and then we're going to do user owns game pass async, so you're just going to do that. We're going to do player.user ID, and we're going to do a comma, and then we're going to go game pass. I should probably call it game pass ID. I'll do that real quick for you guys. A game pass ID, so it makes more sense. And then you're going to, right here, so you can actually change the text color. That's kind of funny you do that, but new tag dot VIP dot visible equals true, and then new tag dot VIP. Oh no, that's work. That's all you need to do. So you can just set the visible. So, that's basically it for that part. So I'll just make this look better. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is, yes, in here, the name tag UI VIP, just go to visible, turn that off. So once we have that, it's basically, you don't really need to worry about anything from there. So, that basically settles it. That's the rest of the script. And this allows you to, so this is all off by one settlement right here, but it's okay. This still makes it look good, I guess you could say. But we'll just go like that for now. But yeah, so that's how this name tag works. Now, actually, I'm gonna just test this with you guys because I want to make sure we put this in the right thing. But I'm gonna put my group ID right here, okay? And then I'm just gonna grab a random game pass. Let me see if I can just find one real quick. Profile. If you don't know how to make a game pass, it's pretty easy to do. So game pass. Perfect. And then game pass ID. Okay, so now that we have that, you should actually just be able to play it, and it should just do it for you. So, oops. Okay, what just happened there? Player, and then we go humanoid group part. Did it put? Oh yeah, name tag UI. Why did it do that? Oh, it's on top. Reset on spawn. I know why I did that. 1 second. All right, so sorry guys, this is done now finally. As you can tell, when you jump, this is what it looks like. Now, when you jump, you see how it's going through the character. So that's maybe the pros and cons of having a humanoid root script. Like if you want, you can use the head. It's up to you. Honestly, the head doesn't look bad either, so I'll mess with that. But let me just show you what I changed. Actually, instead of just having this right here, I just did local replicate storage in a clone. I think the other issue was my character, for some reason, was being put on my character, which was weird. So on the other characters, but yeah, this should work. And so you should just go on your own character. I'll test it with 2 people too, just in case to show you guys. But yeah, so that's my point here. Now I'm gonna go right here. I'm actually gonna change it to head. So we'll change it to head. And then, yeah, you don't have to worry about that. And game pass ID, name tags, blah, blah, blah. So now it's on the head. See how though it's really high up? That's just because of the set offset. So you're gonna have to just change that in the thing. But you get the point. But yeah, so I mean, if we were to test it with 2 people, let's just double check. Of course, always double check your things just in case. Let's see here. Gosh, I'm so bad. All right, so player 2, player 1, and it's just guessed. So that's kind of what it looks like right here. And as you can tell, it has the names and the tags. Like I said, touch it up. I think it's probably best we do it on the head. So, you know, you can go in here and stud offset. I'll probably just go like 2 maybe. That's probably will fix the badness of it. Yeah, 2. Perfect. That's perfect. So, that's about it, you guys. See, sorry, there's a lot of errors when I was going and making this. But like I said, so there's a lot of stuff you can do with this. You know, if you want to add like icons, you want to add levels, all that stuff, feel free to go into this and just kind of mess around with it. And I recommend just looking at my past tutorials on how to use these scripts and do you know, levels and all that stuff. But that's pretty much it, you guys. That's customization. That's how you do it. And I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions or comments. I know, sorry, I was a little confusing at the beginning, but we made it from scratch, so that was fun. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.